whether they unify these titles. So basically, the going plan right now is Taker versus Sheamus at WrestleMania. Then the talk of unifying all the belts. As of a couple of weeks ago, there was talk that they were going to unify the United States title and the Intercontinental titles at around Survivor Series. And then your WWE and World Championships would be unified around WrestleMania. So the U.S. and IC titles are planned to be unified around Survivor Series. And obviously anything can change, like we said, but that is the plan as of right now.
Wow, I don't know. I hate that idea myself.
Yeah, unifying all the time. I mean, it just seems like...
I mean, I understand the Divas. I mean, definitely yes. The Tag Team Championships, definitely yes. But, I mean, I'd keep both World Championships and even the U.S. and Intercontinental Champions separate.
Right. It's just, there's so many more feuds that you can do by keeping titles separate. You know what I mean? And you've got a brand split right now. So you've got all these Raw guys. You've got your group of Raw guys that are competing for the titles, right? For all the titles. For the... what do we have? The IC title or the U.S. title? U.S. title on Raw.
Raw, yeah. Intercontinental's on Smackdown.
You know, so you've got a group of guys fighting for the U.S. title. You've got a group of guys fighting for the WWE title, right, on Raw. And then over on SmackDown, you've got guys fighting for the IC title and guys fighting for the World title, right? Mm-hmm. If you were to unify the titles, you're going to have guys from Raw and SmackDown. I really don't see a way you can do it without ending the brand split, like you said.
But I mean, and even if they do, let's say they did end the brand split, then you got all these guys that are main eventers. You know what I mean? How are you going to get all these guys for one title?
Or what is it? People that are fighting for the title are going to be allowed to go over on SmackDown and fight, and other people aren't. I mean, how are they going to go about this? You know what I mean?
It's I don't know, man. It's going to be kind of weird. I
mean, like you said, I mean, the Divas doesn't really matter. You know what I mean?
Even the Tag Team Championship.
Yeah, even the Tag Team titles. But once we get into, especially the main titles, you know what I mean? And, you know, I mean, how long ago? I mean, it wasn't that long ago. Well, time flies, but the U.S. title. I mean, how long ago did they bring that back?
I know, right?
You know, I mean, it's the IC title.
The IC title, yeah, there you go.
You know?
My big thing with it, like I just said before, though, I mean, you got John Cena, Randy Orton, you know, you're probably going to have Triple H back, Undertaker, Kane, Edge, The Miz, they're trying to push Wade Barrett, Kane, Mysterio, all these guys, you know, are the main eventers for the World Championships. How are you going to make room for all these guys on every pay-per-view?
Yeah, that's exactly. I mean, it'll be interesting to see what happens. Exactly, all these guys are going to be fighting for one title. So, anyways, all right. So back to Night of Champions. Basically, we had Ziggler won clean here. Yep. Vicky Guerrero got involved at numerous points during the match. They teased that there was tension between the two after it was over, and then they wound up hugging, kissing, smiling, holding hands, whatever.
Very played-out feud.
Right. You know, who cares, right?
Exactly.
CM Punk and Big Show. CM Punk way over in Chicago. And, God, Jerry Lawler on commentary, whether... I don't know if he was serious or not, where he was like, wow, why are all these people cheering CM Punk? Did you hear him? I mean,
yeah,
I think, like, what? You know?
I think he was trying to refer because wasn't CM Punk putting down Chicago and everything.
No, this was before. This was during his intro. This is during his walk to the ring before he got on the mic and basically said, "Hey, I love Chicago, but I hate the people here." Yeah, this was before that, where he came out and got just an insane pop, and Jerry Lawler was like, "Wow, I don't understand this."
Like, probably because he's from Chicago, Jerry Lawler.
No, I don't know. Maybe it was. Maybe it was just him. Maybe it was a call from the back where they were just basically saying, "Don't acknowledge that he's from Chicago." So
well, my question is, what the hell's happened to CM Punk? This man is fallen, bro.
He's fallen, as has Evan Bourne. You know, Evan Bourne is the guy that, God, man, they could have done so much with him, but
I mean. CM Punk, I mean, on one hand, the guy looks awesome in his promos, and he makes you feel like he's the top, like a top superstar. But on the other hand, every week they're making this guy look more pathetic.
Sometimes people let pushes go to their head, and that causes problems backstage. So we'll just We'll leave it at that. Finish here was Big Show with the knockout punch. So stupid. I hate that. I said it months ago where, God, one punch and the guy's knocked out and the match is okay. This is so stupid.
So, pretty much after that match, you got Punk still on a losing streak and Big Show still has nothing to do.
Yeah, right? We had Miz and Daniel Bryan in a match for the U.S. title. We had put up on the website, God, if you didn't know that Daniel Bryan was walking out as new U.S. champion here, you are absolutely clueless as it pertains to the wrestling business, because obviously the Miz has got this briefcase. They're putting all the focus on the Miz, the briefcase. Eventually he's going to cash this thing in. And 99.9% win the title when he does cash it in. Everybody else has cashed in a Money in the Briefcase has won the title. So Miz is on a major hot streak right now. It gets the title off him, Daniel Bryan. It gets Daniel Bryan into a new storyline where he can defend the title against, it's new story.
And they can actually defend the title every week. I mean, before this match, I can't even think of the last time Miz defended the title,
Yeah, I know, because all the focus has been on this Money in the Bank. Yeah.
Well, overall, what did you think of this match, though?
I thought it was a good match. I expected more, like I said, though.
There was a lot of expectations for this match.
Yeah, on paper, I just expected a lot more. They did. I mean, Daniel Bryan went over clean, which is good, and it doesn't hurt the Miz because. And
they still made the Miz look strong though, because it took him a while to tap,
Oh, right. I mean, and they were gonna make him look weak. I mean, this guy is obviously gonna be a future WWE champion or world champion at some point. So they're not gonna book him to make him look weak. But it was well done because Daniel Bryan went over clean, and Miz wasn't hurt by it, obviously, because they're going to continue this storyline with Briefcase, And
you know something, though? I mean, with The Miz, after thinking about it, with Jericho set to take, we'll get into that, obviously, with him set to take time off or whatever's going to happen with him, right. I think The Miz is probably the one person WWE has that can actually just step into Jericho, step into Jericho's role right now.
Well, he's right there, man, and it's not a case of where they started a push with a guy like Kofi Kingston, right? Remember when they had the thing backstage with the NASCAR and the paint? They started this major angle with him, and then it just was dissolved into nothing, right? And The Miz, it's not anything like that, where on a week-to-week basis, even on pay-per-views, this guy gets promo time. I mean, this guy is a focus every Monday night, and they are, I mean, he's gone to the moon, bro. I said months ago when Matt Boone was here, I said, Matty B, The Miz, bro, I'm telling you, this guy's going to be something, and Matty B, right before he left, we talk about this all the time, but right before he left, he said, man, I think this Miz guy, he's got it, and here we are now, man, Miz, future main eventer, actually a main eventer already.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
You look at that guy and you say, okay, he's as much as you hate to say it, the guy's a WWE main eventer. I mean, he's been pushed into that role. And he's ran with it. You know what I mean? I mean, the guy's promos basically, if WWE creative puts you in a role like that, your job is to go out and run with it. Your job is to go out there and make people hate you and deliver amazing promos, and that's exactly what he's done. And the reward at the end of this is going to be a title win. You know what I mean? So it's good, man. It's good.
Got history on his side.
No doubt. We had Melina and Michelle McCool. This was a Lumberjills match. This was a complete disaster.
Without a doubt. I thought it was going to be better than usual just because, these are probably the two better divas that WWE has, but it was terrible.
Well, the Lumberjill stuff on the outside. Okay, I know you guys in the chat room know what I'm talking about here. There was a spot on the outside, and I believe it was Jillian Hall, and was it Rosa Mendez or was it Eve? Rosa? Somebody in the chat room says Rosa, yeah. Oh, my goodness, man. They were on the outside, and I don't know what the fuck they were trying to do. But it was, I don't know, I guess they tried to punch each other, but good God. And
I've seen that. I remember that
now. The
now.
camera angle was right there, and you were like, oh, Jesus Christ, man. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, the only thing I was thinking was like, what the fuck?
Yeah, that was brutal. And yeah, the Lumberjill stuff was, I mean, classic Divas match in WWE. I mean, it sounds like I can't stand WWE. It's just the Divas.
Yeah, they're terrible.
Horrible. And then Kane and Taker. The crowd was dead, man. They did this long build on SmackDown for weeks, and the crowd was dead.
I didn't think this was very good at all. Did you?
No, they went, when Taker was pinned clean, the crowd didn't know what to think.
They're like, damn.
The crowd was
I expected it.
You know?
Mm-hmm. I expected Kane to win this match right here.
Yeah, they did, the spot, Taker went for a tombstone, and then Kane reversed it and hit his own tombstone.
That was like the best spot of the entire match.
That crowd was dead for even the finish, you know, crowd was just kind of stunned, like, wow, yep. Taker just got pinned clean by Kane, but whatever. Then we had a tag team turmoil match. Who'd we have?
The Hart Dynasty, the Usos, Mark Henry, and Evan Bourne, and then Kozlov and Santino, and then they all ended up getting beat by McIntyre and Rhodes.
I was surprised to see Goldust not here.
I was going to say, Goldust wasn't there.
No. He posted a note on Twitter that he had been called to the pay-per-view, and then they never used him, so I don't know.
This match, though, I didn't really care. I don't think anybody really cared about this match. It was never announced, you know what I mean? They should have announced it for the match, but...
Yeah, it came down to the Usos against Mark Henry and Evan Bourne, and hey, are you surprised? Evan Bourne jobbed out again.
Exactly. Like I said, I actually expected McIntyre and Rhodes to win here. Really, I did.
Well, when it came down to the final two, we actually had put this up on the website. At least the right team won, right? If you're going to job out Evan Bourne, at least have the right team win. And Cody Rhodes, Drew McIntyre, we all know over on SmackDown, McIntyre with the Chosen One gimmick that he's got. Cody Rhodes in a gimmick right now, dashing Cody Rhodes. So basically, these are two guys that they're pushing over on SmackDown, and
they could do more. They're going to be on both Raw and SmackDown, but they could do a lot with the tag team championships over on SmackDown too. You know.
Oh, right.
So much more than the Hart Dynasty could do.
The right team. I'll just say this: the right team definitely won, and who knows, man? Maybe, like you said, maybe it'll bring some life back to the tag team division with McIntyre and Rhodes. You know.
Definitely. Because the Hart Dynasty, they were decent wrestlers, but they were just terrible champs. You know.
Right.
No one cared.
And nobody gave a shit. You know. And then we had our main event, right? Mm-hmm. I believe so. It was Sheamus, Randy Orton, Edge, Chris Jericho, Wade Barrett, and John Cena. They got Jericho was pinned almost immediately. Orton hit an RKO, and that was that. So he was going. I believe, and I don't have this confirmed. We're going to get into the Jericho deal earlier, but I believe that Sunday night was it for him. And WWE management simply said, can you give us one more day? Can you come to Raw? We're going to tape 2 weeks worth. So basically, we've got 2 weeks worth of shows, and I won't spoil it for you guys here. We have it up on the websites. They did an angle for next week's Monday Night Raw with Chris Jericho. So he will be out indefinitely for the time being. Basically, he's not gone. He hasn't quit. He hasn't been fired. It's nothing like that. He's simply taking time off, and will return at a later date. Sunday, the pay-per-view